All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon. We're back with another video. Get in here, everybody, get in here. We gotta talk about the City Girls' latest project. All right, so a lot of you guys been asking me like, Armon, what do you think about the project? What do you think about the City Girls project? So I've been taking a listen to it. I'm kind of late with it, but first let's just get into the City Girls. Like, here's the thing, like the City Girls, for me, they did like come in around 2018 and really just change the culture with the whole period and the itty bitty voice and the scamming and the ratchet. Like, they were a whole movement. And I feel like the City Girls did not get a lot of credit that they deserve. Now, they may have horrible attitudes, but I want to take into consideration that I feel like they, outside of their attitudes, outside of their personality traits, musically, they really did like set a trend or a reset on like hip hop culture, like meme culture. They were very influential in hip hop vocabulary and just the way that people identified or personified themselves. You know, everybody kind of wanted to be like a ratchet city girl at some point in their day or their life. You know, everybody wanted to be period. Everybody wanted to be that girl. Everybody wanted to be a rich nigga. Everybody wanted to be have a rich nigga. Everybody wanted to just kind of be a bad bitch that was put up, that was fly, you know. And I really think that that's great for the City Girls. I love that. When they first came out, I wasn't like too interested in the City Girls because I thought they were trash. I always do that though. I always be like, oh, I think they're trash. And then like people end up like growing on me, and I really end up liking the City. I end up really liking the City Girls. Now, fast forward to today, the City Girls have had like their momentum has really slowed down. And the demand for them to me hasn't been what it used to be. I don't know really what happened. I damn near feel like the hottest they were was when Young Miami was running it for the City Girls and JT was in jail. Like, I feel like they started slowly declining after that. And then, like, you know, their albums would get leaked and sabotage. It was just a mess. And we're going to get into that a little bit more into this video. But when we get into their project Raw, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually kind of like it. It is really a solid project, and they got a lot of records on here that go crazy. One of my favorite records is the I'm scrolling now. Static goes stupid. Static goes crazy with Lil Durk. Slid on that. JT slid. Young Miami slid. They ate on Static. Pinata is cool. I didn't like Pinata when they put it out as a regular like song. But I feel like for these, like, you got to have some good speakers or a good sound system, some good headphones to really, like, appreciate the beats in some of these songs. Like, the shit is really slapping. Pinata slaps, Static slaps, obviously No Bars slaps. I'm glad that they put No Bars on here because I feel like they needed that. Show Me the Money is cute. I even like the Emotions with Money Long. She sounded really good on that. Not really here for the Juicy J one. That's just not my style. I don't really like that one. Good Love, Usher, that one's cute. I love Flashy. I love the Kim Petras record. I personally feel like they thought that that was going to be like their big, you know, breakout pop hit one. Maybe it's not. But I like that record. I really do like that record. They did really well on that. The video was okay. But I like them getting into their pop bag and using Kim Petras on that. I really did enjoy that one. I like Wigs goes stupid. Wigs is probably like, that needs to be a single in a video. It needs to be Wigs or Static for me. That goes crazy. I think What You Want go crazy too. Let me see.
What you want, right price.
Okay, so yeah, that one is cute too. So they got a few on here. It's like 17, 18 songs. They got like at least 5 or 6 really, really good bangers on here. So I actually, surprisingly, I like the album. Like I'm in here wiggling and shaking and going crazy. So I think the album, you know, itself is actually pretty solid. It's pretty good, no shade. The problem is, though, I do think the City Girls should hang it up, though. I really think the City Girls should hang it up, even with all that being said, just because I just personally feel as though these two girls are going into two different directions. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of this music is old. I feel like no one really cares about these projects anymore. I feel like the City Girls will not be here in the next 2 years, 3 years, not nowhere near the next 5 years as a group. And hell, maybe even as artists. I definitely see Young Miami quitting music in the next 2 years. JT will try, depending on how we receive her. She'll either stop or she'll keep going. But I personally feel like JT may keep going because she doesn't really have anything else. People know her for the music. People, she didn't really get into her business back. She's not really like a business person as far as like branding, social media wise, and just branding, getting like how Creature has the game and the podcast, the talk shows. I feel like JT is actually the rapper, so she probably will stay in the rap spot. And I really think JT could go far as a rapper, and I do feel as a solo rapper, and I feel as though the City Girls will be a thing that eventually they will be a thing of the past. They will be a thing that we will probably forget that they were even actually a group, because once this is giving me like last album vibes. This is giving me like, let's just get this out so we can finish our contract and be done. You know what I mean? And so I personally feel that Young Miami will go her way. She'll very much, they'll very much both still be, relevant on social media and the influencer world. Socialites, in my opinion. It's up to JT to see what she's gonna do as far as music. Is she gonna really get in her bag and crank out some hits and perform and really get in that solo bag and emerge as a new solo artist, which I do see the potential there for her. She can do that. I think that she can be bigger by herself than she is with the City Girls. And I think that it could be one day that we would have to look back and be like, oh damn, they were a group. But I think that, what it's going to happen, that they will be so far removed from each other and the City Girls brand, that, in the times to come, we will forget that they were even a group, and we'll have to go back and be like, no, they were actually a group at one point. But I feel like they will eventually be going to solidify their own personal brands, which I think that they should, because going back to my original point, I just feel like the hunger is not there for them to work together. Rumors around town, I don't know if it's true or not, but I hear that they don't even like each other, really like that. I hear that they have grown apart. Now, when I seen them, they were seemingly, cool, but I did hear that they have to arrive separately. They have different type of friends. They don't really function together like that unless there is cameras involved, unless it's work involved. But they both have separate lives, and they really just affiliate with each other for businesses. But outside of like being BFFs and homegirls like that, it's kind of like it's an obligation at this point. And I just don't feel like for either one of them with such a solid project, it feels like there was no real energy or excitement around the release of this. You know what I mean? It just feels like, let's just put it out, girl. We already know what it's gonna do. I don't even care no more. Let's just get this done. That's what it feels like. It feels like we just got to do it. I'm ready to just put my own project out. I'm ready to just, do my podcast. Like, I feel like the City Girls are really checked out from the brand, but they have contractual obligations that they have to fulfill. So they're just fulfilling those obligations until that they can move separately. But I think the City Girls, as we know it, are pretty much done. And they should hang it up, because the love is not there for the group anymore. They're burnt out. I feel like they're burnt out, checked out, and the chemistry is not the same anymore. It's no longer there. It's starting to feel like a job, and it's reading through the City Girls brand for me. And so with them being on pace to sell between 6,000 and 8,000 copies, it goes to show you that the energy is not there between them, because the songs is good, but no one cares. No one's listening. But that's partially because they don't care. And you can feel that they don't care. You can feel that this is just like something that they have to do. And also, I think the City Girls momentum started to die down just because people started like not buying into that brand anymore. You know, if you ask me, and I know people going to keep saying, Armon, you're reaching, you're biased, you're this, you're that. But I feel like Sexy embodies like the city girl vibe. Like, not even so much the glamour of it, but it's more so like, I'm ratchet, I'm a hoe, this is who I am, and I really live by this. Like, you know, Young Miami and JT, they rap about, you know, tricking niggas, getting money, doing this, doing that. But Young Miami, you're a whole side chick that gets caught in your feelings here and there. JT, you've let Lil Uzi play in your face, in front of your face. Shout out Ice Spice on stage. Had you showing a complete ass of yourself at the BET Awards. And so you're put up in love. You're running, and Young Miami's over here running around chasing Diddy, who's got having babies on her left and right, and she's happy to say that she's with a billionaire. So I get it, but y'all really ain't running circles around these niggas. These niggas is really running circles around you. So I think a lot of people was like, yeah, these city girls, they not really city girls like that. It's not really given. So people are not resonating with them as much anymore, you know? And then on top of the fact that, you know, they're together, their energy is off. Their energy is off. Their energy is not one of a group that is solid and that is ready to take over. It's given, honestly, I just feel like the city girls are ratchet girls, especially Young Miami, ratchet ghetto girls that kind of hit a lick. And honestly, they want to be famous and want to be put up. They got rich. And so they're doing what they have to do to stay relevant and stay afloat and keep that fame and fortune. But if they could just sit and just be rich and catty and bougie, they would do that. They would do no work. So I don't think that they really care to work, love music, love the art of performing, any of that. I think the city girls should just hang it up and be socialized if that's what they want to do and be businesswomen. I don't know. But the city girls are a wrap. The city girls are a wrap. They didn't last that long, honestly. And I thought so much more for them, but it seems as though like mentally they're just ghetto, but not ghetto in the sense of like, oh, I'm just ghetto. Like, oh, I want to just be, I don't know, like I'm dumb, but it's just more like ghetto, like, okay, I'm here. I did what I need to do to get rich. I don't really want to do this shit. Like that. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we here as long as we famous and we can make money off our promotions and this and that. Like, as long as I can survive and I don't have to go, then I don't care about this shit. That's what it's giving. As long as I'm famous and can get anything I want, I don't care. I really feel like that for Krisha. JT just kind of ignorant a little bit, but she's starting to see now like, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to be my own artist. Because she's never got that moment. You know, Young Miami, at least, she was able to be the only girl out for a minute. So she did that already. JT was in jail. Young Miami had to hold it down. And she did it. So JT never really actually had that moment. So perhaps, you know, this will be a good time for JT to do so. A lot of people are wanting JT to go solo. I think JT should definitely go solo. And I think Young Miami should just go be put up and be a socialite. But to keep wasting time, energy, and resources on albums together when neither one of you guys want to do it anymore and you can feel it. Because I feel like even some of this music is just old. Just move on. But as far as the album, even with it being old, I think that it's a solid project. I actually like it. But I just think the City Girls should go ahead and JT should go solo and Young Miami should go her way. Because the City Girls as a union are done. And this should be their last project. Hopefully it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you guys love this album? What was your favorite songs on it? Do you think that the City Girls should have sold way more than 8,000 copies or 6,000 copies? I feel like they'll sell more than that, but the fact that they're even on pace to sell that many just goes to show that they're doing hardly no promotion for this. There's no real rollout for this. It just got put out there, thrown out there, and like, whatever, who gives a damn? You know what I mean? And, who is your favorite city girl? And why? And let me know in the comments why you think the momentum for the city girls has kind of fallen off. Like the city girls is one of those ones who literally came and we're watching them like go. And it's going to be one of those things where it's like, yeah, no. They were never going to be here for 10 years, especially as a group. That was never going to happen. And I think if JT goes solo and has a very successful solo career, Young Miami will never rap again. She'll never rap again. It'd be interesting. I'm interested to see what happens with that. But I also feel like Young Miami going to have to hold on to Diddy, because if JT gets a solo career and then Young Miami loses that Diddy look, what does she got? Just the podcast? Or what happens if that goes awry? She's on revolt. Everything she's doing now, her whole claim to fame at this point, her whole stat, her whole thing, the only thing that's really kind of elevating her status is the fact that she's connected to Diddy. Once that's done, if that ever happens, what does she have? Hopefully she has her businesses, but still, I feel like Diddy's hands are all in that. I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments below before I get to rambling. Okay? Make sure you guys like this video, share this video, and until next time, keep that same energy, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.